What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James with Manhunter Comics, and today we're talking about 10 DC characters who could beat the big bad Batman. I had the pleasure of doing a Batman vs. Batman Beyond debate recently. I represented Batman and I won with a 100% majority vote. But it brought up the question, who has beaten Batman, or maybe who could beat Batman? Batman's one of the most formidable, and most importantly, one of the most intelligent folks in the DC universe. This has allowed him to time and time again best characters way out of his league, like Superman and Darkseid. Because of this, Batman has developed a reputation as essentially being immortal despite his physical limitations. And while Batman is my favorite character, and I like to think about him always being able to win in the end, I compiled a list of 10 DC characters that either have or could beat Batman in at least one of many scenarios. If this video does well, I'll be doing a top 10 Marvel characters that could beat Batman. So if you'd like to see that happen, make sure you hit the like and comment down below, and stay tuned for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, in which I'll be giving away this Tweeterhead 6th scale Green Lantern statue valued at near $300. We're going to start this list off at number 10, Lady Shiva / her daughter Cassandra Cain. First up with Lady Shiva, there have been many fights, as well as times in which Shiva was a trainer to Bruce, and seems unimpressed. As for Batman fully in his prime and fully trained, it would be a tough match, but Shiva has on several occasions made him yield. She is the most skilled martial artist in the DC universe, Batman's words, not mine, so it would require Batman to not pull his punches and give it every ounce of physicality he's got. As for her daughter, Cassandra Cain, well, to quote Deathstroke, Batman couldn't beat her on his best day. Like many others on this list, given prep time and the use of gadgets, he might squeeze off a win, but Cassandra Cain has proven to wipe out herds of people standing solely on her own. Batman has had this to say about her. She might be the most dangerous fighter I've ever seen in action. If guided by another hand, she could be the most deadly enemy any of us have ever faced, or she could be the best out of all of us. Luckily, Batman hasn't had to put this to the test yet, and he's lucky that she is so morally grounded on the good side. Number 9 is Booster Gold. Bet you didn't think you'd see him on this list, but let's think about this. Much like Batman, Booster Gold is just a normal guy without powers who has a high-tech suit on his side. So what's the difference? Well, Booster Gold's suit comes from the 25th century. But even if it wasn't for Batman's gadgets not being able to keep up with Booster's much more advanced technology, Booster also has the advantage of having tech that offers him nifty tricks like force fields and, most importantly, time traveling. I have to say, the ability to time travel does trump how far you can throw a batarang. Number 8, Wonder Woman. Unlike some of the hypotheticals on this list, Wonder Woman has beaten Batman before in the Hecate issue arc. Batman tries to take in a woman that Wonder Woman is protecting, and he soon learns that Wonder Woman can whoop him, resulting in this iconic scene in which Batman even states, "You win." While some argue that Batman was getting too cocky and not thinking clearly, and maybe that's how she got the upper hand, well, that may be, but these panels don't lie. Batman could maybe win the war, but you'd bet that Wonder Woman would sure win a few battles. Martian Manhunter, Jean-Jeans. Martian Manhunter is one of the most powerful heroes in the DC universe. He has many abilities like speed, strength, flight, and many more. He's also very popular in the Justice League. Batman and Martian Manhunter are used to working together and are often portrayed as friends. But if they were to battle each other, Martian Manhunter would knock him out cold. Something that Batman's always shown weakness to in the past can be his emotions. Martian Manhunter can shapeshift, which he can use this to Batman's disadvantage. Unlike Clayface, who's also a shapeshifter, Jean-Jeans knows Batman quite well and could use this with more accuracy and to play off his emotions, which could help him destroy Batman. Luckily, he's the nicest guy ever, so I don't really see this happening anytime soon. Number 6, Prometheus. This is a character that Batman has beaten, but it is also a character that has beaten Batman and could do it again. Prometheus has the ability to download data into his brain at any time, sort of like Neo from The Matrix. The first time he fought Batman, Batman was defeated in hand-to-hand combat with the aid of a device that downloaded the skills of the 30 greatest martial arts masters in the world, including Batman and Shiva, into his brain, and a pair of lights on his shoulders that blinked in an erratic pattern to cause disorientation. Batman's pretty lucky that Green Arrow later on cheap-shotted him through the head, otherwise Batman would have a hard time going up against this guy again. Number 5. John Constantine. Batman knows nothing about magic or the supernatural, and he openly mocks and even turns his shoulder to such phenomenons. Constantine is a clever conman combined with infinite sorcery and has even outsmarted God. He has demon blood, which makes him essentially impossible to kill, and as we've seen from the comics, even death doesn't stop him. Maybe Batman should give magic more credit where credit's due. Here I'm going to show you one of my favorite comic panels of all time, in which John Constantine starts cracking up when he sees Batman sitting in the back with Mr. Chimp. This is comic gold. Number 4, Sinestro. Sinestro's Green Lantern's big bad villain, and unlike most other ring slingers, he has the will to never back down and always do what is necessary. Hell, he even was considered the greatest Green Lantern of all time for a while there. This is an evil dude whose powers match only what his imagination puts out. Like Batman, he instills fear into his enemies, only he harnesses the actual entity of fear itself. There would be no outthinking this battle, as Sinestro is a cunning warrior, sharp-minded, and wielding unlimited power. Good luck, Bats. And hey, if you can't beat him, join him. Number 3, we have Necron. Necron is DC's physical manifestation of the concept of death as a cosmic certainty, and is the ultimate opponent and opposing force of all life that exists. Essentially, he's the embodiment of death in DC Comics. Even when Batman was dead after the events of Final Crisis, it was Necron who reanimated Batman's dead corpse to use at his own will. Necron's powers include fatal touch, mind control, complete invincibility. Since he's already dead, he can be quite hard to kill, as you can imagine. And the ability to raise the dead. Number 2, Mixius. Similarly to Necron, Mixius is immortal. Similar to John Constantine, he uses magic. Similar to Martian Manhunter, he is capable of transformation. Essentially, this little guy is all the previously mentioned threats rolled into one. After extensively Googling, I couldn't find a single issue where a fight like this has been paired up, and for good reason. That would be a very one-sided altercation. And let's put it this way. The only reason this little guy hasn't killed Superman outright is because he thinks it's all good fun. But as for Batman, shit. I don't think he cares for Batman so much. So Batman's respectfully been keeping his distance from Mixius over the last 80 years. Before we reach our number 1, here's a few honorable mentions. Anti-Monitor, Krona, Lucifer Morningstar, and Dr. Manhattan. And now let's talk about number 1, the Presence. The Presence is the highest form of being in the DC universe. The Presence is known as the God of the Covenant and the creator of the DC universe and all within it. Seldom shown in any comics, the Presence is often spoken about and referred to rather than being depicted in any form. This guy could snap his fingers and there would be no more Batman. No amount of thinking or preparation can have Batman stand any bit of a chance against this force. Still, the fact that I need to mention DC's most powerful character should be a testament to how hard it is to find characters that I really think would beat Batman. That's the list, guys. Like I said, if you want to see some Marvel hypotheticals beating Batman, you gotta like this video and comment down below. For some of you more creative viewers out there, I want to see some hypotheticals in the comments. I want you to put down below how Batman could beat any of these 10 of your choice. If you guys liked this video, should I make this into a series? Should I do hypotheticals like Spider-Man beating enemies twice his size? Let me know in the comments what you think and what you'd like to see from this series. What is your ideal character matchup? Let me know. This was a lot of fun to make, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and as always, keep on collecting.